Hey Dolce, we have a Dolce & Gabbana new eyeshadow and 3 different formulations of new Dolce & Gabbana lipstick today. I am sorry for a quick programming note if it's taking me seemingly forever to get to all of these new releases. I'm doing trying to do about 1 a day or sometimes 2 a day, and I'm getting through it. We're chugging along like a little train, but today it's Dolce & Gabbana with me, Rebecca. I am a fashion and beauty editor who has spent over 20 years working in print journalism, newspapers and magazines, interviewing and ghostwriting for some of the biggest brands and retailers in the industry. But I have brought Not Fit for Print Beauty here for you to have a little beauty magazine, live one, to look at every day or so here on YouTube. All right, Dolce & Gabbana has new offerings for the holiday season, a limited edition eyeshadow palette, and 3 new formulations of this kind of slim lipstick. We're gonna look at it all, talk about it, try it all on, and do swatches both live and outside in the warm California sunshine. Okay, let's start with the lipsticks, which I actually had for a while and held because I waited for the eyeshadow to get here. We have 3 different formulations of lipstick. I bought 1 of each just so we could try the formulas. We are starting with the Juicy Sheer. It's called My Juicy Sheer. It is $45. I should have prepared you before I said that. Yeah, it's $45, and this is what you get for $45. Let's not make any mistake. I mean, when Patrick Ta has really high prices for eyeshadows, we gasp. But when it's Dolce & Gabbana, it's luxury, right? Whether or not you agree with that is totally something separate, but the prices are commensurate with the brand, right? Okay, so we have 12 shades of My Juicy Sheer, which I want to talk to you about the feeling of that. I'm actually wearing the hot pink shade that I purchased in the Juicy Sheer. Then we have My Sculpt Satin, and there are 18 shades in satin, and I chose the rich burgundy red. And then we have My Comfy Matte. I chose that in a vibrant red, but the matte, there's 24 colors. They were actually really smart to call it My Comfy Matte, because matte generally is associated not with comfort, but technology is getting really good. All right, so let's just do a quick live swatchy poo of it. Here is the that is the My Juicy Sheer. Again, 12 shades. I pulled the hot pink. I am sorry I didn't buy more than 1 shade. Each one was $45. And it's not like I'm getting Dolce & Gabbana and PR. You know what I'm saying? Let me just show you this. I'm already wearing it. This is interesting, okay? First of all, we have this slim kind of cigarette type casing that we're used to now, especially from brands like Gucci and YSL and whatnot. But this is an interesting one because it's nice and shiny. It's got a little bit more color payoff than some of the other kind of sheer, shiny balm type lipsticks that are out there. It's competition, and it's a little bit stickier. What do I mean by sticky? Well, that's a good question, and I better explain myself because it sounds very negative. Don't mean it to be. A little bit thicker, and it's really on there. It's a little bit thicker, a little bit stickier. It's got a nice shine, but it's got a lot of color saturation and payoff. Almost feels like a thinner gloss than it would an oil or a balm. It's actually quite nice. Has a little bit of a slight fragrance to it that I can't place, nothing terrible. And when I was first putting it on before I started recording, I swore I tasted it a little bit, but it went away. And I'm being super picky. Look at how pretty the inside when you take off the case. It's really nice. Okay, and we got different colors. So the 12 Juicy Sheers are in this kind of cream case. And then we have the 18 satin. This is a rich burgundy red in the satin. It's kind of cool shade, isn't that pretty? And we're gonna try that on together in just a moment. And then we have this vibrant red that I picked up in the matte, My Comfy Matte. Isn't that pretty? There's 24 colors of that matte. And all of the mattes, same sizing and everything, but they've got the black case. So I thought that was kind of fun. We're also gonna look, of course, today at our $65 limited edition Gemstone eyeshadow palette in the shade Quartz Harmony. I'm just showing you the casing right now. That's beautiful. Dolce & Gabbana can have questionable taste. Sometimes they get a little bit gauche. I did not like that big palette that they did that had like the chain hanging off of it. Thought it was awkward and the placement of the shadows was weird. But then they come back and do something like really sophisticated, in my opinion, and pretty, like this Gemstone eyeshadow palette in Quartz Harmony. This has three different formulations of eyeshadow. They're all very pretty. Comes with its own, for travel use. It's got like a little sponge on one side and a brush on the other. Nothing wrong with that. But it's got 4 different shades. One of them is kind of a soft matte shade. Then there's 2 metallics and 1 duo shimmer. And we are going to try that on. Let's just take a look here. Here is that matte shade. And just on a live swatch, does a nice job. Peters out a little bit there. So we'll see what that does, because I will definitely use that in the crease. Then we have these kind of 2 shimmer shades here from the bottom. Those are really pretty. And then this duo shimmer, which I'm guessing, yep, that's a really pretty duochrome. It kind of, let's see if you can tell, it kind of goes pink and gold, pink and gold. That's actually really pretty. And we'll have some fun with that as well. Let's take these shades, though, outside into the warm California sunshine, where you will see all 3 lipstick shades just kind of on top of one another. So we start the sheers on the top in that hot pink, and then the satin sculpt in the rich burgundy red, and the My Comfy matte in the vibrant red underneath it in the sunshine. And then, of course, all 4 shades of the Gemstone eyeshadow palette in Quartz Harmony, appearing as they do in the quad on my arm. You can see it a lot better in the everyday sunlight. I think it's a little easier to see. Okay, I want to switch to the second lipstick shade. When I show you the lipstick shades, we're really kind of looking more at formula. There's no way for me within any sort of a budget to accurately represent so many of the different shades here. So we're mostly looking at formulation there, but so far so good with the Juicy Sheer. I'm going to get all these swatches off my arm, and we're going to try on the Satin Sculpt and try on the eyeshadow palette together, but we'll also try on the matte in just a moment. Go down below for information on how to purchase these and where I can up here in YouTube shopping, or you can just peruse and take a look, see if any of this works for your gifting items that you need or for yourself. Also go down below for information on our free Facebook group. It's doing well. Got well over 200 members. It's a lot of fun. But also we have a inexpensive $4.99 a month group here on YouTube that I lead with weekly live sessions. You can join that too, as well as super thanks, but also join me over on Instagram, Threads, and TikTok, and you can get all that information below. Make sure you are subscribed, and let's dive right into a second lipstick and the eyeshadow shades. Stay right there. Okay, this is actually one just quick swipe, shockingly so. Great color payoff of the My Sculpt Satin. This is that rich burgundy red, a little bit of a cooler red. And you'll see when I smile, a little bit of cracks showing. It's a super deep color. Not too bad. This was just like whoosh, whoosh, really fast. So I'll put in a little bit more and maybe we'll fix it up a bit. But super impressive, and actually just a second little dab was quite simple. Again, you guys know this, I'm a little bit of a broken record. I use dense, short kind of pencil eyeshadow brushes for lip brushes, and I just think it really works better. It just needs a little bit to kind of blend it in. Pretty good. I smeared it a little bit. That was my fault. But pretty good. Very easy to put on. Beautiful color. Loving that. You know, $45 is a heck of a huge price to pay for a lipstick. But I'll tell you, if you can really rely on it, that was crazy quick to put on. Honestly, it came on camera just having done it really quickly and sloppily, and then just fixed it. You saw how long it took. So I'm really impressed with that. I love a deeper, richer color lipstick, but I do not love the fuss and muss that goes along with it. And that's what generally keeps me kind of a lip gloss girl. And I'm trying to get more into deeper, richer colors. And that is sincerely impressive in a very dark color. You know, it's kind of like my oldest brother always says that he judges a good Mexican restaurant by the quality of their ceviche. Like he thinks if their ceviche is good, then everything is good. And I judge the quality of a lipstick by the deeper shades. Any light shade can perform well, but this is a very deep shade and it did a good job. So for a $45 lipstick, I mean, it's a splurge, but so far so good. We'll see what we think of the Comfy Matte in a moment, but thumbs up on the Juicy Sheer so far, which had much more color payoff and thickness than I thought it would. And this satin, super comfy and very easy. All right, let's look at our Gemstone eyeshadow palette in Quartz Harmony. I am going to start with this Rephr number 15 brush. I'm going to take off the excess there and then just kind of put this matte shade into the crease. We all know how that's done. Probably could have spared you this and done it off camera, to be honest. Not a very interesting part of the process, I admit. Done. Okay, let's stay with the 15. I'm going to save that duochrome shade. What I want to do here is take this deeper shade here and put it just kind of on the outside of the eye. This is a shimmer shade. The reason, of course, that I put, and I could add a little bit more, but the reason that I put the matte shade into the crease is that I have a hooded eye and it just looks a little better that way. But you know, there's no rules. It's makeup. Do whatever you want. So I'm trying to put this deeper metallic shade on the outside and I'm having a really easy time working with these very pretty shades. Same brush, I'm just going to flip it onto its back a little bit there and we'll do this lighter shimmer, or metallic I should say, inside. And I'm going to use my fingers a little bit just to spread it out outside. Okay, again, on this side, same process. And I'm very pleased with that. Now, the multi-chrome duochrome, really. I think I might do with a finger. And let's go ahead and just take out, oh, that is very sensationally pretty. And let's just do that into the middle, kind of just in the center. How about that? What do you think about that? Ooh. Okay, Dolce. Look at that, Dolce & Gabbana. I am so hit and miss with a lot of these really luxurious fashion houses that have come late to makeup. I do side-eye them, but I've grown to love so many of them. I mean, Christian Louboutin has indeed impressed me. Dolce & Gabbana, no, and then yes, this is very impressive, and so far I love the lipstick. Gucci, oh boy, I'm 50-50 all the time with Gucci. Prada, I'm 100% on the Prada bus. But it really depends. You know, sometimes I feel like they're getting into it. You know, Louis Vuitton is going to get into it with lipstick too. Hermes. Sometimes I feel like they're getting into it as a money grab. But it's not really. It's the same way these luxury houses, frankly, have always used perfume and fragrance. Quick sale. Hard to afford a Christian Louboutin shoe, but you can grab the lipstick. Might be expensive, but it's not the same, you know. So this one is an impressive one from Dolce & Gabbana. But what about the matte shade, which, true to what I just said, I have also bought in a deep, dark shade called Vibrant Red. You saw it swatched. Let's try it on together, and then we'll recap a bit. Stay right there. Wow, one swipe again. This is the My Comfy Matte Vibrant Red. One swipe, a little bit. I was going to use the word feathering, but that's actually not an accurate term. Feathering would mean that as you wear it, it does that. This wanted to just kind of give a feathered look upon first application. That's only one swipe. That is a pigmented lipstick, but for a pigmented lipstick, it's easy to direct. Like, I talked in my Sephora recommendation video about the Valentino lipsticks. You know, those ones that look like they have little spikes all over them. I found that really pretty, but not quite as comfortable, and I felt like it really needed to be reined in on application. This, I did this really sloppy. Look at that. I could go out that way. It's not perfect, but I could. Let's put a little more on. Wow, that feels like easily like a satin lipstick, but it definitely has the appearance of a matte. So they're right when they say comfy matte. Let me get my brush out again. Again, an eye brush. This doesn't need too much fixing. I mean, you know, if I were really going out for the night, this is a t-shirt. If I were really going out for the night, I would, you know, need to be much more precise, but I mean, good enough for government work, guys. Wow. And that, again, a rich color. And even that My Juicy Sheer, I got that in a hot pink. So I'm really trying to go vibrant with these shades just so we can see really what they do. Like I said, anything can perform well in a shell pink, you know, or a nude shade. And I love those shades, I do. I'm not turning against them, but I'm just saying, you want to know. And look, this isn't getting on my teeth, which is pretty cool. It's not moving around. It's crazy comfy. And just FYI, I went and took off the satin shade. That was the kind of more cool burgundy red that I was wearing in the last little part. And it did not want to come off, which is really good. You know, it was on there. These are really comfy and really light. Let me tell you, if you are a lipstick fan, and if you can stomach the $45, I know, for a luxury lipstick, if you're just picking up one and you deserve a little treat or something, don't sleep on these. These are excellent lipsticks. And that's a hard thing to say because everything is an excellent lipstick lately. Technology has made lipstick thin and comfortable. You know, when Lisa Eldridge first came out with her velvet lipsticks, we were amazed. She was kind of the first out of the gate with them. But now technology has caught up. And these are still some of the best I've tried. Like I told you, I have little issues. When it's a deep dark color, I'm expecting it to be a little bit fussy or uncomfortable or feel thick. And these are super comfortable. Let me just tell you, take a look at these. If you want to wait till you need a little treat, a little reward, get yourself one of these. I love all three formulas. That is rare. In terms of the eyeshadows, I think these are beautiful. Do you need this if you have any other myriad of kind of neutral, warm-leaning shadows? Absolutely not. But if you like the packaging, if you're attracted to the shades, they do perform beautifully, and what a pretty gift. Gifts count when they're for yourself as well. Just saying. So I give it a great review. I'm not so sure this is unique, but I actually think the lipsticks kind of are. And there's no, I thought I had a scent or a taste on the first lipstick. If it was, it went away really quickly. And the other two, nothing like it. No scent, nothing. Just all about good with those lipsticks. Honestly, super impressed with the lipsticks. That's the one to get. Eyeshadow palette is great and really pretty, but the winners here appear to be these lipsticks. Let me know if you've gotten them and what your thoughts are on them. I'd love to hear from you down below. So we are a community, you know, and make sure that you share and like. Tell me all of your thoughts. Moving along. Keep this train rolling with all of these new holiday releases. Then we're going to get later on in the month and we'll be able to do some of our recaps. You know what's coming up on this channel? I do it every year. Our year-long community favorites. I think I might do it a little differently this year. But that's coming up. You know, the big survey I do to see what you guys have loved wearing on your face all year long. Oh, that's coming up in the next month at this point. Wow, that's kind of exciting. All right, so stick around. Make sure you have subscribed, and I'll see all of you in the next video. Bye-bye.